Hey! Alright, so that was the intro, I guess you could say. Pretty weak. I know the first one was better, but videos got deleted. It don't matter. We're giving you what you guys wanted. So that was kind of the send-off on this little old girl, the Grease Lightning. I know it's been a quick little chat with this old girl, but she's not fulfilling what we need. She's too tired. Even though we rebuilt her, just what we did, what the tune was on, it wasn't happy with her. You already heard. So we have the backup motor that's been sitting in the back. We have been rebuilding it slowly over the weekdays. Getting throughout the other customers. So we'll be doing the same thing we did on the last video. I don't know how much we'll show you just as far as just putting the motor in. So I'll see if I can set the camera up in a good spot, and we're just gonna start knocking stuff out, ripping it out.
Just in case if you guys are trying to figure out or wonder why we are taking this motor back out, if you guys didn't see that the PCV is blowing a lot of crankcase ventilation out, and it's blown by oil as well. We did a compression check on the motor. The first 2 cylinders are 150. The last 2 are 90 PSI. Yep. So we already obviously know that, you know, the rings are shot.
You can see the catch can. There's oil on that line. It is filled up. I'll show you. It fills a whole entire water bottle up, which isn't good. So like you're saying, compression is really low on the last 2, meaning the rings have popped. We're pretty sure it has because of turbo, and now the oil is just going past, and there's our problem. So unfortunately, there was one day where we decided to get up on it, make sure everything was all good, and that was the day that it said no.
It's not good.
Yeah, it's not good. So the big differences that we have is the S14, the S13s. We have a lot of S13 ECU as far as upgradable ECUs.
If you guys don't know, the S13 is OBD1, which is older, and then the S14 is OBD2, which is newer.
Yeah, so we have a lot of Jim Wolfson stuff, ECUs for these. We don't really have anything for the S14 wiring harnesses. So we have our spare motor. This motor, though, is getting a full redone up. I'll give you just a little touches. Chromatic head gaskets, CP Rillo pistons with Eagle H-beam rod connecting rods. So that's going to be a future video.
What's the famous saying? Don't throw away your old stuff. So even though she is a bad motor and she is leaking compression, you know, the rings are bad. We aren't just gonna scrap her and just send her on its way. No. We are gonna rebuild her and, you know, bring her back to life. Yeah.
So you will be seeing this in the future episode. So enough talking, me rambling. It's time to set the camera up and start ripping into this thing.
Yep. Let's go.
Alright, so just before we start filming, showing you how bad it is, we got our beautiful in and out cup.
So usually, just so you guys know, we don't use this to go into the atmosphere. We usually put it back into the motor, but since it was, you know, was so bad, we didn't want it going back into the motor and just, you know, hurting itself some more. So we just put it to the atmosphere, and
like I said, this is what's all catching when
we knew what we were getting ourselves into.
Oh, and there's spilling.
As if we just did an oil change on the truck.
So you go. So you already seen that was empty. That's already about like halfway full, and we spilled some. Another thing we also messed up on, I want to let you guys know, if you guys did watch our last video and do it, that block off plate that we made down in here, yeah, don't listen to our dumbasses. Yeah,
tell them what that is, Jack.
Keep that plumbed up. That goes to your upper plenum. It's literally your factory PCV. Goes from your crankcase to your runners. So I mean, our dumbasses blocked that, and we're assuming that the pressure had nowhere to go but this top one. And what is it gonna do? Blow out exactly what we did. So we know what we did wrong. Like I said, we're not mad. Everything is a learning in our point of view. We're cool. It's all good. So that's what happens when you know your motor's kind of tired. Like I said, you will be having a lot of blow by. So let's start getting into ripping this motor. right, there she is, guys. Motor's out. You seen us. We actually just pushed the truck back. So that was fun. We kind of ran out of real estate back here. But yeah, here she sits in her own fluids. Sad. It's all good though. Me and Terry are gonna make her better.
Yes, this side of the transmission is black because of, you know, exhaust.
Which one is which one should we go? Black or what? No. It's what those kids are doing nowadays. Remember how they're doing the cars half with the decals?
Half, bro.
Yeah, we're doing half with the trans. Yeah, we're catching on, bro. We're fitting in. All right, we got an empty engine bay. And we got motors laying off to the side. We got things that are happening. Zay's getting the Z32 MAF all situated. We got the turbo on with the ram horn manifolds. We also got the plenum and the big boy injector sitting on this KA. So we ripped apart the S14 and slapped everything on the S13. Also got this sick OEM coil wire cap. We've been looking at for a while. So we're just getting everything all finished up, making sure this motor is ready to plop in. Getting the flywheel, clutch, and pressure plate all situated to throw one of those trainees on there, probably the cleaner one. Other than that, everything's looking good. We'll set the camera up yet again and let you guys have fun watching us put the motor in. So let's see how that turns out. All right, Terry, I think we officially suck at this thing, huh? Didn't even get the U2 filming or nothing. We just get too amped up. As you can see, the motor's now in the car. She did not fight with us how the last one. We know how to battle her now. Just dropped her right in. We got Jay down there putting on that trans bracket. She'll be good to go.
Like we said before, it's kind of hard recording while we're trying to do the work at the same time.
Yeah.
So if you guys are interested, please drop in the comments if you guys are, you guys want to come help us out.
Do you think they'll be able to handle what we bring to the table though? On other news though, it doesn't matter. Like I said, the motor's in. You might have seen this thing on OfferUp. Say what you want, me and Terry went through with it. We made sure it was all good. Definitely some wrongs with it, so now she's running right. As you've seen, we did put her on the motor. She did fail. There was just a cam bolt that was loose, so we were able to save that and she was all good.
Paint is just like makeup. Make sure, everything, it may look good.
Even though it's all painted.
But internally, it might not be good.
What is this motor still? Still a KA24DE out of a 240. It doesn't matter if it's got paint on it. So, like I said, everything's in. Now we're just doing with the wiring, the intercooler pipe, and the radiator. Everything that you saw take out, we're taking in. This is basically the exact same setup as this old girl, so we're not really having to modify anything. So, like I said, we're just gonna redo everything. Well, not redo everything, put everything back on. Maybe a couple of things I might redo, but other than that, she's looking good. And we're definitely not gonna beat her up like we did the last motor that's over to this side. That's for sure.
She's gonna get beat up some more.
She's gonna get beat up, but in another chassis and on the track.
As you guys can see, we're taking her on her first test drive. Go ahead and give you the rundown, see how she runs when she gets back. Let's go see how she runs.
So now we got, like we said, we have a Jim Wolf ECU inside the truck. We got bigger injectors with the Z32 MAF. So the motor's a little bit better tuned. It's not on stock and then with a turbo on it. So it's actually made for turbo now, so let's see how she rips.